everyone, and welcome to this special program. I do thank you for joining us. My name is Ruth Kulaisi, and I'm excited to have a very famous, lovely, beautiful, outspoken, I would describe her bold woman in studio all the way from Zambia, Alamwatu is what I'll say today. Mutale Mwanza, who is a star of Mwanza Unscripted, and of course the leader of M Nation, a darling in M Nation, and of course a media personality, TV producer, voiceover artist, journalist, entrepreneur. She is living the life, living the dream, and I get to talk to her today. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad that you are in the country. And allow me to officially say, Tagulandira Nalamu. Do you know what alamu means actually? Is that how would you call it?
Mulamu.
Mlam.
Yes.
Oh yeah, mlam.
Yes.
Alamu is probably ulemu. Like my respect.
Yes. So I kind of got it. So I reciprocated. Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. So already, right now, I'm sure people are on the edge of their seats because they want us to talk about the real stuff.
Which is what, Ruth?
You already know the real stuff is love.
Really?
Love, and more love.
Do you love love?
I do. I do. Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I think most people do.
We'll get to it.
And you look lovely.
Thank you. So do you.
Yeah.
You are such a superstar. Oh my goodness. No, I'm so glad that you're here, and we're gonna get to Tay Grin and the rest in a bit. But before we do that, I don't want to take for granted that some people only know you as Alamwatu. And others have gone on your page and they're like, okay, so many social media and followers on your Facebook. Obviously, clearly a celebrity. But take us back a little bit just so beautiful Malawi gets to know who you are.
Okay, so career-wise?
Yes.
Wow, dear Malawi, I started my career in 2008 as a radio personality on Flavor FM. At the time, it was a small radio station in Kitwe. And I was one of the very first presenters of the breakfast show.
Wow.
On the channel, on the station.
Yes.
A breakfast show I presented for 4 years, and I felt like I wanted more. I wanted to do more, be more. I wanted to see the world. So I decided to put in my resignation and took a bold step by moving to South Africa.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes, so when I moved to South Africa, I started producing, before I started producing my own TV show, I got a job as a field presenter on Good Morning Africa.
Yes.
On DSTV, Africa Magic, channel 154. And I worked my way up to hosting the show sometimes. So I was a field presenter for Good Morning Africa for a few months. The same production house also had a TV radio station called Planet. So I was working 2 jobs under the production on a different station as well. And that was very exciting. So that was my first stint at television. So I automatically fell in love with TV.
Yes.
I fell in love with producing, such that I decided to start working on my own TV show.
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
To actually think beyond just giving content and helping build a different show to say, I want to do something for myself.
Yeah.
Did you feel your life was creative enough or entertaining enough to get into that, or is this a different TV show aside from your reality TV show?
Okay, so this is a different type of TV show.
Yeah.
So I've always been intrigued with celebrities.
Yes.
Right? I've always loved, the kind of life that they live. They're just generally their personalities. I'm a creative, like you are. And you know how we creatives are. We are always conceptualizing things, coming up with ideas, trying to see how we can not only better ourselves, but better other people, see what next we can do with our brands, try and get ourselves to the next level. So at the time, I started thinking of a lifestyle show.
Okay.
Called Kumwesu. So I pitched the show to Africa Magic. I pitched the show to the execs, and they loved it. And it started airing on Africa Magic. So Kumwesu aired for 3 seasons on Africa Magic, and it was a great show. It was lifestyle based, very Zodiak based as well. And interestingly enough, that's the very first time we got to interact with Tay Grin.
Oh,
and this is in 2013, 2014. That's when we crossed paths.
Yes.
On that show.
And then fast forward.
I moved back to Zambia, got on radio, started working for Hot FM. I was presenting the hottest breakfast show. Then I got a job on Zambezi Magic as a presenter on Tuvange Lifestyle. Got another job on Honey TV. Stopped doing that. Then the reality TV show came up,
Yes.
which is Mutale Mwanza Unscripted, and here we are.
Mutale Mwanza and Unscripted. Something that some may not know, you did do some international relations and international diplomacy as well.
Yes.
Why is that not a path that why didn't you take that path? Instead, you went with entertainment and journalism.
The first diploma I ever got was journalism.
Yes.
And I did this as a backup because I realized, you know how life is, right?
Yes.
When God has given you a talent, yes, your talent will make you dine with kings and queens, but back it up. I had no other qualifications apart from, I think, my business admin certificate at the time. So I thought to myself, if I ever lost my voice, what am I going to do?
Right.
Or if something ever happened to me, you know, like when you're like a soccer player,
yes,
you got to think of a plan. Be like, what if I break a leg today?
Yes.
Like, you know, let me do something. So I started studying journalism, and it was perfect at the time because I became a newsreader. I could report news a few times, like a news reporting. It was just a backup plan. Fast forward, working at Hot FM, doing the breakfast show, the Red Hot Breakfast, I thought, let me also do something else, like a backup plan.
Yeah.
So I did international relations and diplomacy just as a backup plan. Like, you know, in case the celebrity thing doesn't work out, like, are you looking for like a really hot diplomat to send to Paris?
This is the person.
This is the person. So I needed to study for that so that I could, you know, just have a backup plan in life.
So talking about the reality show that shows on DSTV.
Yes.
Exciting stuff.
Right.
Do you think, or at the time when you started, did you think your life was entertaining enough to actually bring it on camera?
Yes. Yes.
Because already, I've seen some of the interviews you've had, some of the stories that have come out, whether true or not, quite entertaining. But to actually say, bring the cameras in my face, in my home, and then we get to confirm some of it, that's a risk in itself.
It is, but it's a beautiful risk with a lovely check. Somebody should take such a risk.
Yeah.
It's a lovely risk. To answer your question, yes. I season 1, I did feel my life was so filled up with a lot of unanswered questions, and you've put it very right. Some true, some not, and it was a great time for me to just clarify a few things about myself, and also just to let people know me a bit more than what I post on social media or what my admins post on social media. So yeah, it's been a great opportunity to let cameras into the household. Great for me, a bit nerve-wracking for the rest of my family.
Of course.
But I think everybody eventually gets into it. When the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more comfortable you get.
Are there things that you don't show that are actually private, or is your life just open for us to take a peek into?
There's certain things I don't show, definitely. Yeah. There are definitely things I don't show.
That look could mean a lot of things. Do I want to know what it is you're not showing?
I mean, I don't want to say it on TV, but obviously you're not going to see me peeing on...
Of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So there's certain things I definitely don't show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's certain moments that happen that could be a bit uncomfortable for other parties. Like, I would be okay with it, but then if it's involving like my aunt or like my mom, or like it's a bit too sensitive, then they're like, maybe not. Maybe we can just talk about it in diary or narrate it, and then not just show it.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
But reality TV is for real, or some of it is scripted?
Ruth, every reality show is scripted to a certain degree. Scripted in the sense that I know that I am going to take a flight to Paris on this day.
Yes.
I will need cameras.
Of course.
What happens in Paris is not scripted, but the travel arrangements are. The fact that it should be on the show is going to be part of the script.
Yeah.
But what happens there won't be scripted. So to a certain degree, every reality show is scripted. If I know I'm attending an awards show, it's something that we have to put on the script as she's going to attend this awards show on this day. So we have to be there. So scripted in that sense. But what happens there is another story.
Okay.
So the real life is unscripted. But certain programs, itineraries are not.
Do you
Does that answer? Like,
I get it. Especially because if you're moving around with a team with cameras, they too need to know what they'll be doing.
They too need to be on the flight.
Need to plan exactly. So I get it.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes, because you're quite expressive, bold with your words, sometimes I'm like, wow, how is she saying what she's saying? How are you posting what you're posting? Because at the end of the day, I don't know how reserved Zambia is compared to Malawi. Especially when we look at some of your pictures.
Like, what kind of posts? I mean, I see a lot of people coming under my post and like,
right?
How can you say that? Like, aren't you supposed to be this prim and proper woman? I'm like, what did I say?
Do you do that on purpose, or do you sometimes take a step back and say, okay, maybe I could have said that different, or maybe I shouldn't have said that at all?
Give me an example. Like what?
Well, at the end of the day, I think if someone is comfortable to do something and they're okay with it within themselves, all good. Are you in any way in that line of thought, or you're just like, this is my life and I'm just sharing what's happening?
I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm great. I am learning that the world is full of, people of different cultures, different races, different beliefs. And in the beginning, it used to concern me when I see people on my page saying, how can you post? Like if I've gone swimming, for instance. And it's like, why are you posting things like this? And then a lot of them are typing Chichewa like, ooh, she's the this. I'm just thinking, like, do you guys go swimming? You do, right? I'm not, if I want to go swimming, it shouldn't offend you. Right? Mm-hmm. What is offending you? So I stopped to think, is it because I'm showing my body? Maybe you're not used to that. Maybe you feel like it should be preserved. So I kind of, with the different demographic, the different audience that I've roped into my following, I'm just learning to understand that people are different. Yes. Zambians generally are very carefree. Of course, we are very cultural, but I feel like Malawians are more conservative than we are. It doesn't mean Zambians don't come for me. They do, don't get me wrong. I'm sure. But I feel like with the Malawian audience, like it's a bit more now, like check yourself. So it's an interesting dynamic, and I don't respond.
Of course.
I don't say anything bad. I just understand now that that's how life is, and we don't share the same views. Yes. So I kind of like, okay, I'll respect what you have to say, but just also respect that I want to swim and I'm just showing you, because if you see Kim Kardashian swimming, you don't get offended. Right. So is it because I'm your neighbor? Like, what's the problem? So I just...
You are more than our neighbor. You are our sister in love.
We are the world.
I'm going to hold your hand on that, honey. Sister in love. But you know what, I would like to get the real gist now, because I know that you do have a media company, and you do a lot of work. You consult for different people, organizations, other celebrities as well. Yes. I'm trying to figure out if I should ask if your relationship with Tay is that you were actually was this a media strategy on his end? Were you just getting the check because you have a job to do? Is this love? What is it?
Why would you assume it's me getting the check? What if it's him?
Really? I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
What's he getting? Oh, okay. Yes, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm gonna assume you're getting the check because you're actually in this line of business where you're making money, and that's what you have to do. How do you describe what you guys are doing? Is this an actual relationship?
Ruth, you just hit the nail on the head. Hey,
I must.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when we leave here, they'll come for me.
I love your lipstick.
No,
it's so nice.
That's not. So I love yours, but you tell me.
Thank you. So I told you about when Tay Grin and I first crossed paths. Yes. That was in 2014, by virtue of the show that I was doing at the time. And then we crossed paths again at Lusaka July. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we took a picture. Yes. And it was everywhere. Mm-hmm. And people just assumed we were in a relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
So you ran with it?
And then I just woke up one day and I found myself in a relationship with the Nyao King. He found himself in a relationship with the Queen of Zambian media. And it's like, okay, how do we navigate this very important issue? We had a great meet and greet in Blantyre.
Yes.
Yes, at the Amaryllis Hotel, yes.
And you also got to meet the former president.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to meet the former president. I met the Minister of Tourism. It was a great trip. He showed me a really great time. We went to the lake, and it was lovely to just reconnect and just spend time in Malawi.
So this means you are not dating?
This means we have a healthy relationship.
I like that.
A healthy relationship that's very beneficial to both of us, both our countries, and it's financially beneficial.
As some say, when you're entering a relationship, you may want to consider the financial aspects of it. Like, is it a good business relationship?
Yes.
So it looks like this was a good business relationship, and is. I like that.
Yeah, Tay Grin's a great guy. He's very talented, and we have made some great strides in our relationship. We've been working very hard. We were recently in London.
Yes.
As a result of everything that we started. So you can see that it has yielded a lot of positivity. And I hope we continue to bridge gaps between the two countries and bring more countries together so that we can make a lot of money, but also see how we can collaborate to just further our brands together.
Yeah, especially, you know why I actually was interested in the international relations and that work that you did with diplomacy, because at the end of the day, that's kind of what you're into. You're marketing also the countries, building the relationships between the two countries as well, which is awesome. And I'm here for that. 100%.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It was my first time in Malawi when I came for the meet and greet. And I can only be grateful to the Nyao King for, facilitating all of that. It was lovely going to the lake. I enjoyed the chambo. Like, Malawians are just so nice. Like, warm and just easygoing, very cultural, So you kind of, like I said, you kind of need to understand the space you're in.
Of course.
Every time you enter a new territory.
Yes.
So I've enjoyed my experience here. It's very nice.
Now, back to Mwanza Unscripted.
Yes.
Do we get to see him in it if we have a season 2?
Who? Tay Grin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'll definitely be happy for that.
Yeah, season 2 is definitely coming back, and Tay Grin is definitely part of the show.
Fantastic.
I mean, why won't he be in the show?
Right? Because right now, our hearts are 100% with you. Can I ask you a bit about the time that you were unwell? That was true, yes? Mm-hmm. What happened?
Goodness, what happened? I got a red eye one day. I started feeling an itch in my eye. And then it started developing to other things.
Okay.
So you know how you kind of you when you have like a constant headache or like a migraine, and then you get like headache sores.
Yeah.
Is there a word for it? Yeah, like headache sores. I'll just call it cold sores.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I felt like because of the result of my red eye, because my eye was swelling, it was reddening, I felt like I was getting cold sores on my forehead.
Ah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I went to see the doctor, we did tests and things like that, and then I started taking medication, and then it got worse.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, my whole forehead was covered. My eye was sore, couldn't see. It was so bad. I had sores in my eyes, on my eyes, in my hair. Oh.
Ooh, was this
Lord.
a reaction to the medication now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. But you're better now?
I'm great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Look at me. Would you even tell that I had...
No.
Yeah,
nothing.
I mean, obviously I have foundation
perfect.
on.
No, but still.
I have scars on my face, but...
From...
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, but
okay.
I just wear them with so much pride. It's like a badge of honor.
Of course.
I'm just like, it happened to me, it's life, and here we are.
Someone also did make a request that I ask you about your trip that you just took to the UK.
Yeah?
It's about the bag.
Which bag?
The brown bag.
My Gucci bag?
The brown bag would be the money bag. The check.
Okay.
Sometimes women get into a workspace and it's exposure forever.
Yes.
But it looks like you may have taken a different approach to I'm here to work, and if I'm going to work I must get money.
Yes.
Tell us what that was about. How did that work?
So Ruth, I love money. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just like, I wake up every day and I'm thinking, how can I make more of it?
Yes.
Can I pay more bills? What can I do with this money that I want to make? Who can I help? If there's anybody to help, I think we were all working because we want money, right? So now, I took a different approach with the UK gig because I had a contract with the promoters. My contract is very clear. You need to pay me before I touch a microphone. Can I have the money in my purse, in my bra, under my armpits, under the chair? Like, the money needs to be in my hand.
And this is full payment money, not half down.
So the down payment comes first. The down payment, the signing fee, the booking fee, all those like other hidden fees that we fee in the fee have to be paid. And then the rest of the money, the other half of the down payment needs to be paid before I even hold the mic to even say, M Nation is in the building.
M Nation.
Oh, dear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that sort of needs to happen. But, oh dear. I kind of lost my earring. Yeah, let's keep that as a souvenir.
Yes.
So I didn't get a down payment, but my manager felt comfortable because the promoter in question is somebody he was a bit familiar with. Mm-hmm. So he said, no, don't worry, you'll get your full payment when you arrive in London, in Birmingham. Mm-hmm. You get your money in full before you perform. Actually, a day before the performance. I was like, oh yeah, cool, that's fine.
That's good.
If you say that's what's going to happen, then that's fine. But according to the contract is very clear. All those things were stipulated, but verbally, there was an arrangement, an agreement, and I was cool with it. So I arrive there, and there's no money. And it's the day before the gig. The guy doesn't give me the money, and I'm not going to ask. I ain't finna ask for the money. I'm just like, okay.
You know I am here.
I'm just looking at them, even me. I'm like, okay. Second day is the day of the gig. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just trying to act busy. And I'm telling my manager, where is the money at this point? Now I'm asking, no, they're going to come to you. They're going to give you the money. I was like, okay, cool. It's like 6 p.m. And it's cold. I haven't turned on the heating system in the apartment. I haven't put on my sweats, socks. Let me find a nice movie to watch. And then I got a message from my manager to say, don't move.
Okay.
If they don't give you the money, don't leave your room. Yeah. And I said, of course, and I'm not going to do that because I'm already in my sweats. I've already showered. I'm chilling. I'm actually watching a movie and I'm going to switch off my phone. So nobody came. They didn't give me my money. So there was no down payment, no half payment, nothing.
And who's paying for the tickets? And
they paid everything.
So why not just, you're there.
Exactly.
I guess it's a holiday on your end.
So they didn't honor their part of the contract up until the performance day. So I didn't have a need to go to the event. And like I said, I'm very strict. No money, no show.
Yeah.
So I just stayed in my room.
We could learn a lot from.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
When you don't do things properly as a promoter, they ended up paying me after 2 days, the full amount.
But you didn't work.
No, I didn't.
How does that work?
But that's what the contract says. Like, if you get me there, you don't pay, you're still going to have to pay. So they still had to pay me.
So where are we going?
We're going
you and me.
We're going to the Maldives.
Yeah, because...
we're going to the Maldives.
Because how does... What?
Yeah.
Okay, so being strategic as a businesswoman, because that's how you approached it.
That's how everybody should approach things.
Yeah.
Ruth, your brand is your life.
Yeah.
Your talent will make you dine with kings and queens.
Come on.
The Bible's very clear.
Yeah.
And your talent is something that you should multiply. You go back to the Lord, like these earrings I'm holding here. Mm-hmm. God gives you 2 talents. You take back these other ones. Okay? The reason we are very strict, or the reason I am personally very strict about what I do is, yes, because I love money, but also I need to be respected. I need people to respect what I do.
Yes.
It looks simple to just walk onto a stage and be like, make some noise. Mm-mm. But if it was that simple, why aren't you doing it? It's a talent that God gave me. So can you respect my talent? Soccer players' legs should be insured. Respect their talents. You understand?
Yeah.
So people need to understand business is business. I'm not going to be excited just because I'm in the UK. Just because I'm in Birmingham, then I'm going to go on stage. You haven't paid me. Even in Zambia, there are places, first of all, I would not step on the stage if the money hasn't been paid. Why should that principle not apply in UK? Just because it's the UK? I said, no. Whatever applies in Zambia will apply here. So just because I crossed the ocean to come here, it doesn't mean I'm going to go on stage if you don't pay me. But it was their loss. Then I ended up going to London. I was chilling. I was just shopping, living my life. And now we're going to the Maldives.
Yes,
See?
yes.
So who loses out?
My passport's ready. And I'm so glad things worked out that way because, more money to spend, especially after you had a bit of a break there.
Yeah.
One word to describe yourself.
Ooh. I don't know. Bold?
Yes.
Yes?
100.
Bold.
Because if you weren't going to say it, I was.
Yeah?
Yes.
Bold.
I thank you for coming through. Last words for Malawians that are watching and excited to see you.
My goodness, I learned something. I need to just get the pronunciation right.
Okay, I'll help if I can.
Tipatsemoto.
Ipatsemoto.
Ye?
Ipatsemoto.
Please write it down.
Ipatsemoto.
Ipatsemoto.
I thank you.
Yes?
Thank you.
Did I do great?
You did it good.
Okay.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Malawi. Ipatsemoto.
Fantastic, everyone. Mutale Mwanza, and I'm sure that you are happy now knowing the truth. And another thing is, you could wake up one day and find yourself as she put it. Well, next thing it was, we're together. Oh, okay, I guess we're riding this wave, and it's worked out for both. But aside from that, I'm sure that you're also happy to see her here in beautiful Malawi and right here on Zodiac Television on this special program. And I'm going to ask that you keep us company still and keep it Zodiac because we've got plenty more in store for you. But make sure to follow her Facebook page so that you get more details for her reality show to see when it's going to be out in terms of the second season. My name's Ruth Kulaisi, everybody. Until next time, have yourself a fantastic day.